Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 7th through the 13th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for you guys for the week ahead. You might stumble upon this video after the week I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to find it whenever you are meant to find it. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does and leave what doesn't. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you as well. First card coming up here, Sagittarius, is the Nine of Wands. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. You guys have had a very powerful theme going on for a while. Sagittarius is really coming into their power, really coming into their own, really taking your life back, really defining who you are and not letting other people tell you who you are. You guys are in really powerful energy right now. And the Nine of Wands is a card that comes up when we're being encouraged to stand our ground. Stand our ground and not to give up on what we've worked for. I feel like Libra also had something very similar. So if you have a Libra placement, I would really encourage you to watch the Libra video for the 7th through the 13th as well, because I really felt that. I really felt that. And so that could be helpful for you guys to check out because it's a similar energy. Now, with the Nine of Wands, every single one of these wands behind him belonged to someone that tried to take him down with that wand. He overpowered them. He won. He stuck that wand behind him as this little trophy, this little token of victory. So the Nine of Wands wants you to know, Sagittarius, you don't have to be scared about making decisions. You don't have to be scared about deciding which road you're going to go down, who are you going to work with, who you're not going to work with. You don't have to have that fear, because at the end of the day, there is absolutely positively nothing new under the sun that anybody can come at you with. Nothing. Nothing new under the sun that anybody can come at you with. You've seen every lie. You've seen every dirty little trick. You've seen every little manipulation. You know how it works. You know how it goes. They can't trick you. You're ahead of the game. Also, pay attention to your intuition this week and in the coming weeks. If you come across somebody that makes you think of somebody else, like this person reminds me of my cousin that always talks behind my back and tries to turn the family against me. Something about this person really reminds me of my ex that was a serial cheater. Something about that job interview really made me think of that one job where they were always messing up my paycheck and they were doing shady stuff. Pay attention to those little, like, oh, this makes me think of this, or this makes me think of that. That's your intuition's way of telling you that you've already been down this path before. You've already had this lesson. You've already been in this class. You don't need to repeat it. So pay attention to your intuition when these things are coming up. You may want to check out your moon and your rising videos, especially this week, because I feel that for a lot of you, there's a sense here of like things aligning or things coming together in different areas of your life. Something about this little moon here and this little sun here, and then the symmetry in the picture is giving me a feeling or a sense of like things merging or things aligning. And for whatever reason, I feel like this is going to be a really good week for you to make time to watch your other placements if you don't usually do that. I understand it takes time and maybe you don't want to do it or you get bored, but I feel that this week, if you're not in the habit of doing that, you especially want to do that this week. The next card that's coming up here for Sagittarius is the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles can be very busy work. It can be a lot going on. And so some of you might be stressed out. But keep in mind, you do have the Nine of Wands here. And another aspect of the Nine of Wands is saying you're almost done. You're almost there. Don't give up. Push through. It might be a lot of work. You might be stressed out, but you're almost there. You're almost done. Don't give up now. You're too close to the finish line to give up now. The Two of Pentacles also says that we might be losing joy for what it is that we're doing. But if we can try to stop and focus on the task in the moment and be mentally present in the moment, we can actually enjoy it. We can actually focus on the things that we like about it, and it doesn't feel so draining. It doesn't feel so tedious, right? Maybe some of you have been working on a business or a profession that once upon a time was your dream, right? Oh, I love to cook. I'm going to be a chef. And then you finally get into the restaurant business and you're like, oh my God, I get home and I don't want to cook. Maybe you just need to reapproach this by doing it in the way that you're going to enjoy it. Maybe you need to find a restaurant that makes the kind of cuisine that you like to make or gives you the position that you want to be in. Maybe you need to start your own cooking business or food truck and be able to do it the way that you like to do it, the way that you enjoyed to do it. If you've been doing something in terms of collaborating with others, or you are doing something in terms of a business or a creative endeavor, you may be really overwhelmed and weighed down with the suggestions of other people to where like it's ran away from you entirely. It doesn't feel authentic anymore. It doesn't feel like yours anymore because you're trying to cater to what you think is going to be popular or what you think other people are going to like, and you're losing your joy for it. You got to come back. You got to come back to the root. You got to come back to the foundation. You got to come back to the beginning, to the initial why. Two of Pentacles also tells us get out of your head. You're way too worried about what other people are thinking about what you're doing and how you're doing it. And if you're doing a good job, they don't matter. Tune them out. Focus on what you're doing, on how you feel about it. Focus on the aspects of it that you enjoy. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters. And it won't feel so stressful. It won't feel so overwhelming if you do this. The next card coming up here for Sagittarius is the Empress. Now, the Empress card has both Libra and Taurus elements. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or Taurus. If you have a Libra or Taurus placement, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses. But overall, the Empress is a very prolific, very fertile, very abundant, very respected, very creative energy. And she is one of my entrepreneurial cards. So some of you are coming into like finding your voice, finding your presence, finding like being established in terms of a business or self-employment or in your creativity. The Empress is also a card that comes up for me in my readings when you're coming into a high level of success and a high level of like being respected, being spoken to the way that you deserve to be spoken to, being treated the way that you deserve to be treated, not because you've had to fight or argue or yell or show somebody who's boss or put them in their place, but because they have genuine respect for you. People would hate to disappoint the Empress. They would hate to let her down. They would hate to fall from her good graces. And so they're on their best behavior with her because they genuinely respect her, right? They don't want to disappoint her. That's going to like kill them. And so this is the dynamic that some of you Sagittarius are going to be able to shift into. This is the dynamic that some of you Sagittarius are going to be able to create, where you're truly respected and appreciated for who you are and for what you're doing. I feel some of you have this dream where you're really wanting to have a business reach a level where you can actually have employees. Not as an ego thing, but because you genuinely want to create jobs in your community. You're like, I want to help this community. I want to help my neighbors. I want to help these people I see struggling. You know, there's not a lot of opportunities around here. I want to create jobs. And some of you are going to see that realized. Or things are going to happen this week that are going to make you realize, oh my gosh, this is totally going to happen. This is heading me in that direction. I'm almost there. Some of you are coming into a success in which you are creating jobs or opportunities for others. Empress can also sometimes be a maternal energy who has passed on, that might be coming in and giving you guidance in your dreams. So some of you might be having dreams or visitations from a mother figure who has passed on, or grandmother figure who has passed on, that's coming in and stepping in as a guide and helping you with the decisions and helping you with the transitions that are coming up. The next card coming up here for Sagittarius is the Sun. Now, this could be Leo energy. If you have Leo placements, there could be big changes happening for you in those areas of your life. You might be dealing with a Leo, some of you. Now, this is a major arcana card. Anytime the major arcana cards come up, you're coming into a significant time in your life, a defining moment, a significant chapter. And the Sun card is about happiness. It's about success. It's about freedom. It's about true love. It's about the happy and healed inner child. Some of you may be feeling called to do inner child work. Sagittarius, as I'm looking at this butterfly and this flower and this heart here with this symbol in the center of it, and I'm getting all of these Zen vibes and free-spirited vibes. I feel, for some reason, those images jumping out at me is giving me the feeling that Sagittarius, some of you are being called to do art therapy. You may have heard it. It may have sounded kind of interesting to you. And then you're like, I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know about it. Something about it, like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Sounds interesting. But I feel a lot of you are going to have a lot of epiphanies and a lot of healing through art therapy. Now, I understand that depending on where you live and your budget and the current Rona guidelines that we're dealing with, you might not be able to go someplace and do art therapy. It might not be offered in your area, okay? But you can get into your creativity and you could do your own art therapy if you can't get to someone who's doing art therapy. If you have health insurance that covers mental health, I know that can be challenging too, but some people are lucky and they have health insurance that covers mental health. You can start seeing a therapist, and you can ask to be referred to someone who will do art therapy with you. I feel it's going to be very empowering for a lot of Sagittarius and help you with your epiphanies and your ideas, especially if you're a Sagittarius and you're struggling with, I don't know who I am, or I still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, or I don't know what I'm passionate about. I don't know what makes me happy. I feel like you're going to find the answer, or the epiphanies are going to come to you as you are painting. I'm seeing specifically painting. You don't have to break the bank on painting supplies. Most dollar stores have painting supplies. You don't have to go and spend a ton of money and start a very expensive hobby. It doesn't have to be expensive. But I feel as you're painting, you're releasing a lot and you're having a lot of epiphanies. The Sun card is also a card about true love, and that could be something that some of you are manifesting at this time, or the things that you wanted to accomplish before you focused on love. Those things are being accomplished. You're coming to the time where you're like, well, I'm actually wrapping this up. I'm actually getting this done. Wow, I can focus on my social life. I can focus on my love life. So some of you are having this door to love open up. You may want to check out your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some weeks will resonate more than your sun signs. As I said, Sagittarius, I feel that this week you guys need to watch your other placements. In fact, your reading is kind of a little bit short this week. and it feels kind of like to be continued to me. But I can't tell you what your to be continued is because I don't know your placements. So I would strongly suggest watching those this week. If you don't know what your placements are, all you need to do is know the time that you were born, which should be on your birth certificate, and the city and state you were born in, or country, city, and state you were born in, and the time. And there's a lot of free websites that will tell you. You just plug in the information and it'll tell you what your placements are if you don't know what your placements are. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Don't forget to check out the card of the day. I've been doing a card of the day. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can schedule by clicking on the link in the description of this video, and it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. Love readings for March are also linked in the description of the video. And again, check out the card of the day as well. And I hope you all have a fabulous week. Hope to see you in the comments and the card of the day messages as well. Take care and be well, my dears.